There you have a little glimpse of what it's like to commentate these matches. You got Tanner setting his camera up for our second angle.
Ladies, gentlemen, we have an absolute banger for you today. On the far side, we've got James Baumgarten in the UCLA hat, Yola Scorpius paddle. We've got Alex Grubbs balling out with a Selkirk. Looks like a Selkirk Labs. I don't know which one. Close side hitting the return in the white shirt, blue tie-dye hat. We've got Patrick Roy and Danny Capriellin, the lefty in the green shirt. Let's get this show on the road here. Easy first point, 1-0. Easy dink mistake from Danny. We've got a nasty counter speed up from Patrick Roy, tagging James right in the chest. Good hands there. James, you're going to have to move a little quicker, man. Danny serving at 0-1-1. Nice drop. Pinning Alex on the backhand. Nice ball. James going cross court. James's forehand. Danny's backhand. Switching up, going to Patrick Roy. Some really nice dinks. Alex Grubbs with a very unforced error speed up on that forehand volley. Patrick and Danny 1-1-1. Let's see if they can score some points and add to their little run here. Definitely clearly targeting James, but right there Patrick Roy gets really lucky with a counter up by his face. And Alex Grubbs just coming in with a violent finish. It definitely looks like James and Alex are targeting Danny's dinking and then letting Alex speed up. And great speed up and great counter by Danny Capriellin. Alex just letting that one go. We've got 2-1-2 here. Patrick Roy serving. A little bit of a high drop. Alex coming in on that forehand. Really nice reset there. Going after Grubby's backhand. James Baumgarten, great counter. Patrick Roy, a little early of a backhand speed up. Tried to flick through. Not working real well. Alex Grubbs, unforced mistake. Danny Capriellin not putting a ton of pace on that low forehand ball to Alex's backhand. Really high drop from James Baumgarten. Really nice resets though. Nice recovery. Now all four up at the kitchen line. See how this point develops. And back to the pattern of Danny versus James in the dinks. Danny with an early trigger pull and that ball not even close. Serve back to Baumgarten. Sounds like it's 2-2. James has got to figure out these drop shots. They're all sitting pretty high. Definitely going after Alex Grubbs' low backhand dink, and Danny Capriellin just keeping him out of volleys. Now Alex Grubbs just with an unforced backhand trigger pull. Just a mistake from him. Not super common, but when you do see it, he does tend to put him in the net, not put him long. He's a very talented attacker. He's got great hands. Really nice forehand, Patrick Roy. Not able to do much with that. Ball staying way too low. Above the net, Alex Grubbs hits an extremely flat ball, coming with a lot of pace, and it's very hard to get a paddle under it. And right there, we've got the boldest move so far this match. Does not pay off, but Patrick Roy attempting to get a sitting Bert in there, and that ball does not even make it halfway up the net. Great hands from Alex and James, fending off that attack. And back to the pattern. And an absolute gnarly backhand cross-court, crossing Patrick Roy up. Alex Scrubbs catching that ball so early. Patrick Roy has no chance to catch up to it. James with just a very, very easy forehand drop mistake from midcourt. Ball does not make it very far. Unhappy with himself. Chatting a little bit back there. And there's another forehand right into the net. Want to see what kind of adjustment he makes. Might want to try driving that forehand. Not sure of the score. We'll have to wait for somebody to say it a little louder. And a great backhand from Alex Scrubbs. If you notice, he actually elevates on his volley to get himself a torque. A torquing power when he hits that high backhand. Both feet off the ground, really looking to play a faster ball. Right here, Danny Capriellin fighting off in a pretty aggressive attack from Alex Scrubbs. Really nicely done there. And back to the pattern. James Baumgarten, really nice step back dink. Changes up to Patrick. Back to the pattern, and Danny just really, really low attempting attack forehand. And that ball, even if it cleared, was not going to go well. I also can't see it, but I think it's probably fine. Might need to turn your brightness up, but. And just Danny Capriellin is now losing every volley to Alex Scrubbs. Alex Scrubbs really turning up the intensity on his attacks and his counters. Danny and Patrick really going to have to avoid that pattern of attacking Alex. They're going to have to really centralize and play a patient game on James. We'll see if Patrick and Danny figure it out. Definite miscommunication on that last ball through the middle. James Baumgarten just trying to counterattack a volley that's head height traveling up. Patrick Roy, really nice spot. Alex Scrubbs calls it out, but James just unable to pull his paddle back down. Another forehand missed drop from James Baumgarten. Definitely looks a little rattled. Walking back to the court, swinging his paddle like he's got to warm up again. Really awkward lunging attack from Alex Scrubbs. A forehand directed right at Danny Capriellin's throat. Danny unable to push a backhand down into the court. Nice drop. And Patrick Roy, an unforced dink right in the net. When you're playing a team that is high caliber as James and Alex, you can't have these easy mistakes up front. All these dinks have to be over. Your counters have to be on point. It's those easy mistakes that are going to separate this game here, folks. And back to the pattern of Danny versus Alex. James to Danny. James to Danny. Alex to Pat. Back to James. Really nice point developing here, and then we just have an easy mistake error from Patrick Roy. A backhand dink sitting right into the net. Really nice kick right there, though. Pretty impressive. Ball came onto the court from someone else's game, and Patrick kicks it back. Sounds like the score might be 5-3. James really struggling with getting that forehand down and low. And Danny Capriellin with another attack going long. Danny's really got to be patient with these dinks. His trigger pulls right now are not landing in, and him and Patrick are going to get behind real quick in this game, and then there's no coming back. Some great hands from Danny Capriellin, and an unlucky netter. Great hands from Danny, great defensive hands. Alex Scrubs bounces the ball off the tape and tags Patrick Roy. Sounds like 6-3, 7-3 maybe. Some really nice aggressive dinking from James Baumgarten, and that's the side change at 8. I believe the score is 8-3. We've got some really nice battles going on here at the side change. Danny Capriellin and Patrick Roy with some really, really costly mistakes up front. These missed dinks are really the difference maker here. They've got 3 easy dink mistakes that have all led to points for Alex and James, and Alex and James with a 5-point difference here. 8-3-1, James serving Danny. Alex Scrubs with a high attack right at Patrick Roy. Patrick Roy looking very surprised, just unable to handle the speed of that shot. Pat dumps it in the net, and we've got 9-3-1. Definitely looks like James has recovered his forehand confidence. Right there, we got a miscommunication. That's not super common with Alex and James, but right there, they've got to figure out that middle and leave that ball alone for Alex's forehand. Great scoop there from Grubbs, and James, nice push. Alex came over real hard right into the middle to see if he could go hit that ball, but James Baumgarten leading the charge on that attack. Patrick Roy, pace beats him. Great reset from James. Patrick. All right, score is actually 2-10. We've got some battles here, but Patrick Roy and Danny Capriellin really coming up short in this game right now. We'll see if they can turn it around. Patrick Roy just knows that that firefight is not going to end well for him. Danny Capriellin with the trigger pull. Alex Grubbs redirecting the ball right into Patrick Roy. Patrick Roy standing up tall, knowing that it is not going to go well. James and Alex once again with a small dink miscommunication in the middle. James has really got to leave that ball alone for Alex Grubbs. Alex's forehand is the biggest threat on the court. We need to leave that ball alone for Alex. Alex Grubbs with a ATP that's a couple inches wide. Danny Capriellin with a really good look at it. And Alex Grubbs, great short-term memory, just unwilling to focus on that mistake. And James Baumgarten with a crushing counter. Patrick Roy speeds it up and just eats the second ball. James Baumgarten just reads that beautifully and tags Pat right in the chest. And a missed return. It's these kind of mistakes here, guys, at 5-0 that you can't have. And a missed return, some missed dinks, it's going to signify a real short end to your match if you keep missing easy balls like that, and that's real tough. Danny with a really nice redirect to Alex's backhand.
I don't know why my mind paused. 9-4-1.
James Baumgarten taking another dink through the middle, not really sure why, and Patrick Roy, dink mistake. Takes a look at the sideline, takes a look at his partner Danny and says, was that ball going to be out? And you know what, doesn't matter. Ball took a dip in the net. Looks like we've got 10-2 still, maybe 10-3. Alex Grubbs not able to counter that ball real effectively. Danny Capriellin gets the better of Alex on that one. Patrick Roy, failed Ernie attempt. And Alex Grubbs with a really nice dink crossing Danny's backhand, and Danny puts that ball 3 inches wide. Unfortunate. But right here we've got 12-3. Alex right now is pretty unstoppable in the hands battles. Yep, and Patrick Roy takes another look at Danny and says, was that ball going to be in or out? James Baumgarten with an ATP winner. Attempted to be defended by Patrick Roy, but just not able to deal with it. Great pace by Baumgarten. James Baumgarten playing a rock-solid right side now. The first 8 points where he was on the opposite side were a little sketchy. He looked pretty uncomfortable on that forehand, but right now, Danny Capriellin attacks the sideline, and Alex Grubbs eats that thing up, and that is it. Some really nice points by all 4 players, but you know what? Alex and James come out on top.